What do we have for Aries, please? Judgment. In reverse, Pluto, Scorpio energy at the foundation of the reading, Aries. Aries, there's someone inside your energy that is being exposed to you for things they've been doing to you behind the scenes. Now, there's many different ways this can show up, but what I was actually picking up intuitively before I even began this reading was somebody who was trying to bend your free will to be with them. Okay, now obviously this can most definitely have to do with something romantic. And I was also picking up, I was hearing this over and over, sex magic, right? And this is a form of black magic that people will use to try and manifest things into their life. And what I was getting was somebody actually using this on you to bind you to them, right? So all of a sudden you're thinking about somebody that you wouldn't really normally think about. And I feel that this is an ex or somebody who's trying to get into your energy. And I was also getting messages intuitively around somebody who's been stalking you or following you around. So say this was an ex and you move away, and then all of a sudden they move to the same city that you moved to, and they're weaseling their way into your new community. It's like they want you to see them, right? This is the kind of person that will go and plant themselves wherever you're hanging out with somebody else trying to make you jealous. These sort of things are what I'm really picking up surrounding this energy, Aries. And this person refuses to self-examine, and the divine has been using you to trigger judgment into this person's life. No matter how annoying this may be for you, Aries, this was all a part of your path. But here's the thing, this individual has done this to many people, but you're the one that God has specifically placed into their life that will bring them before this judgment angel. See, this is one of those people as well that will start going in harder when they know that they've been caught, when they know they're about to be rounded up by the divine, so to speak. They don't pull back and surrender, but rather go in with everything they've got. It's like this person wants to go out in a blaze of glory. Truly one of Lucifer's elites. And I really feel that this is a family member or an ex. It could even be a friend. There could be multiple people in your life, Aries, that hold this energy. What do we have? The sacral, please. 3 of Swords, Libra energy at the sacral. See, this person thought that there was no chance you were going to get up. And then all of a sudden they turn around and you've put everything back together. So it's like they've returned to the scene of the crime. Very arrogant. The divine has been watching every single move this individual has made. They've just been holding back, waiting for the optimum time to strike. I feel that this person is slowly losing everything that they've attained through energy manipulation. I feel that the divine allowed this person to get to the top of their game, whatever that may be, right? Maybe allowed the Wheel of Fortune to come into their life, which made them feel justified in the actions that they were taking towards you and probably many others to attain what it is they wanted to bring into their life. It's like they got a taste of the darkness. They got a taste of that magic, and there was no repercussions for what they were doing because the divine works in a very meticulous fashion. The karma for these kinds of individuals is absolutely horrendous. It's slow, it's drawn out, and they usually don't realize that they're facing karma until they have been completely stripped of everything they've attained and more. It's like one day this person wakes up and is practically homeless and broke after being right at the top. And then they just have an epiphany. And it's like they've woken up on a completely different timeline. And it's in this moment that they realize that while they were completely consumed by their own ego, you were building things with God the right way, taking your time. See, when you build with God, it's everlasting. It can't be destroyed. We have a choice in life. We can build with the devil or we can build with God. When you build with the devil, he will give you everything right now, but the repercussions that you face for building with the devil are severe. And what the devil gives you is a flash in the pan in comparison to what God gives you. God will show you how to build what it is you're trying to bring into your life from the ground up, will make you the architect of your own life, as opposed to allowing the devil to be the architect of your life. You know every nut and bolt by which the structure of your foundation has been built. You know all the measurements. You know all the materials that were used when God helps you build. And that cannot be torn down. It may take you 10 times as long than the person who allowed the devil to be the architect of their life. But the example they're giving here is, as you start to step to the top, as your wheel of fortune starts to turn in your favor, their wheel begins to turn south. This is when the scales tip. This is judgment. This is karma. This is divine justice. This is God making an example out of them and out of you. And I would go as far as saying that all of us have this sort of mortal enemy in our life in some capacity or another. God always puts us in a position to where we can be an example of what it means to build with the divine. We all have free will. We have choices. In Aries, I feel that your choices up until this point are what have positioned you to bring this win into your life. You're on the precipice of change. And because of this, illumination is coming forth. God is showing you truths surrounding difficulties that you faced in your life. With this person and quite possibly many others, you have not had a strong support system around you, or it's been conditional. And we usually don't know it's conditional until we really start to step into our power and we see how other people react to that. Pay attention, pay close attention to how people react to you stepping into some sort of success. Look at their face. Look at them right in the eyes, Aries. It will tell you everything you need to know about that person's place in your life. What do we have? The solar plexus, please. Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy at the solar plexus, hand of God. And there it is. Reiterating what I just said about discerning conditional support from real, loving support in your life, Aries. This is going to be very important moving forward. Ace of Cups at the solar plexus. This is all related to emotional strength. It's related to love. God wants to show you what real love is. How many of you out there really know what real love is? If you do, then you're lucky. Because a lot of you are starting to find out that what you considered real love wasn't real at all. It was the conditional kind. This is a hard reality to accept. This is something that I had to come to terms with on my own path. I found real love in my connection with God and the divine. That's real love. It's usually once you nurture that connection, does God want to start mirroring that back to you in the new people that you come in contact with in your life? See, a lot of you had to come in contact with these demons, these extensions of Lucifer, so you're able to measure what real support, real love is, and what is not. When you have this loving connection with the divine and God and your higher self, absolutely anything is possible. Because you start to care less and less about outside opinions, what people think, and really at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really holds us back. We're all too concerned about what everybody else will think about what we're doing. That's the world we live in. That's how this reality has programmed us. But once you free yourself of all this, Aries, sky's the limit. Because it's in that space that God allows you to succeed at all of the things these individuals told you you never would or made fun of you for, to put it right back in their faces, right? God prepares a table in front of all of your enemies. That's exactly what that means. Your success is center stage. You are the example of real love and how it's really done, and done correctly, without having to use some sort of energy manipulation, without the devil being the architect of your life. And I have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, Virgo energy, turning all of your visions into reality with focus and skilled determination by way of the Most High's divine guidance. What do we have at the heart, please? Unbelievable. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy at the heart. And here they are, Aries, right? Gossiping, laughing at you, talking smack. But see, even when you are center stage, they'll go in even harder, because this is the position the divine wants them to be in. So people look at them like they're crazy now. Like, What are you talking about? Look what Aries has accomplished, right? And here they are. Nah, it wasn't. Anybody could do that. It's not that special. This is them trying to discredit your new beginning. For some of you, this could even be family members, parents. See, it's a curse when you don't have a close relationship with your family. It's a curse when you don't have supportive parents, because you go through a large portion of your life seeking support from them only to realize that they have that conditional love, right? And the problem with this is you'll go through your life attracting people who hold that same kind of energy. So you could be looking back now, Aries, if this resonates with you, and seeing how your friends, the people you've dated, are actually similar to these unsupportive family members, right? You've just attracted the same kinds of people throughout your entire life. Same spirit, different humans. Because that energy from your family, that's a form of trauma. And until you have the recognition that that's what you've dealt with, you'll keep attracting that same energy. See, once you have that awakening, you heal that inner child, right? You won't know any better to block that energy out. But now as you move forward with the realization, understanding the truth about this conditional love with your self-worth intact, you're able to discern these energies before they weasel their way into your life, thus allowing you to build new communities and attract the individuals that God wants you to have in your life. See, these individuals, they sold themselves out when they were incarnated into this life cycle. Again, we have free will. The devil's path, you could take God's path. Most people take the devil's path because they don't know any better. And then these people have children, and those children are put on that same path without knowledge of what's going on. This is called generational karma. So here you all are, birthed into these families, soldiers of the divine, sent to break that generational karma. Wake up to the curse. Wake up to the lie. And become the architect of your reality. We're birthed into this life cycle, and we're bombarded with this Luciferian energy all around us. But when you think about it from a higher perspective, it puts a lot of purpose and meaning behind our lives. God sends us down here to awaken to this, to help keep this density balanced, right? If you think about our three-dimensional waking life as a prison cell for Lucifer, God has exiled Lucifer to the third dimension, essentially the root chakra of our solar system. But balance still needs to be kept inside the root chakra. Root chakras all related to Capricornian energy. So we are sent down here, soldiers of God, to help keep this balance. And we are in a perpetual war, whether we know it or not, from the moment of inception until our last breath. But the war is hidden behind this illusion, behind this spell. But this is all of you waking up to this, getting on path, bringing balance to your own life, because it has an incremental effect on helping keep the balance of the collective, essentially the root chakra of the solar system. What do we have at the throat, please? Unbelievable. The moon, Pisces energy at the throat. These cards are following everything I'm saying. This has been happening in all the readings lately. It's usually something that will occur here and there in my readings, but this is like every reading that I've done for this series. This is all about things that are unseen, right? The unseen chaos that's hidden behind the illusion inside our waking lives that we need to help bring into balance. See how these two pillars there? It can be seen as trying to keep a balance here. And I feel like this is the divine looking down, wishing they could give you this message, right? It's like, we always hear about before we're incarnated into this life cycle, God sits us down and tells us, hey, when you are incarnated into this new life cycle, you're not going to remember me, or you're not going to remember that you're an agent of the divine. The devil, Lucifer, wipes your memory as soon as you hit that three-dimensional density, and a large portion of your life, possibly your entire life, will be spent trying to remember. It's like we can't get reception to communicate with God. The only communication we have with God is through our intuition. That's why it's important to nurture this connection, do things to support that, trying to remove the distraction from your everyday waking life as much as possible, keeping that channel clear. Why do you think there's so much distraction around us? Because the devil doesn't want us to nurture this connection and remember enough of why we're here. and help bring balance into our life, break this generational karma, and to fulfill our individual mission in helping keep balance, restore balance. This moon next to this Page of Swords is also speaking about this energy manipulation I was picking up on by these individuals that are now seeing you in. What was done in the dark coming to light. You have access to this as you start stepping on path. You just start to see things differently now. Simply put, it's you having the realization that the support that you've always looked to never supported you. Once you have that realization, boom, you start succeeding because you go to God for your support. What do we have at the third eye? You go to God for your support. There he is. Hierophant Taurus energy at the third eye. Third eye is all related to your intuition. This is you being able to see beyond the veil. Because of this connection you're nurturing with the divine, God is now showing you everything they were doing to you because you've stepped on path. You're awakening to your mission, or enough of it, to at least get going. We don't ever know every single detail, even though the downloads are transmitted to us. Like I was saying, there's so much distraction around us. It's like we kind of sift through all the downloads and take what we can handle. But if every one of us moved in a meticulous fashion, purely based off of the downloads and the intuitive guidance we were getting, we would be living very different lives. But unfortunately, that's damn near impossible because we're inside this devil's matrix. There's so much distraction. There's so much unnecessary responsibility. There's so much put on our shoulders from the moment of inception. And look at the world around us. It's increasing. There's a lot of people in this world that are struggling just to make ends meet and stay alive. It's because there's so many people waking up. So they're going in harder. The devil and his minions, these people, whoever this is for you, the powers that be, the structures that the devil has put in place to control us, it shows up on many different levels. But it's like they're going in harder. Everything they got, right? Guns a-blazing. Right now, Aries, you are being called to walk in lockstep with the divine. You are being guided out of this storm and on to your destined path. But you have to listen to your higher guidance. Get these people out of your life, whoever this is for you. And the only thing that is stopping the full weight of the divine from coming down on these individuals is you still being in their energetic environment, however that may be showing up for you. So some of you may need to cut some people off. Some of you may need to go it alone. However this resonates, it's going to be different for each and every one of you out there. What do we have at the crown, please? Hangman in reverse. Wow. It's literally just saying that she needs to cut some people off or go your own way. Hangman upright is an energy of letting go, right? But it's in reverse. Feeling stuck, not able to let go. Some of these people may be laying guilt trips on you, right? People victimizing themselves based off of your success. This is also an energy of people making you a martyr. It's like you found your path. You've opened up this connection with God, the divine. And now because of this, these people come for you. Heavy Judas energies here. This is like scripture. This is like the story of Christ. But we can see how incredibly profound that idea is because we can see how scripture actually unfolds in our own lives, which makes the story of Christ timeless. You are Christ in your own life. And literally on a cross, right? It's like here you are, having this connection with the divine. Ping, 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 right? Downloads coming through. And then they come for you. You're the enemy. What do we have at the foundation, please? Nine of Cups, Foras, Pisces energy. Victimizing themselves based off of your success is exactly right. This is an energy of entitlement. It's like even though they come for you, they wish they were you. They wish that they had the opportunities that the divine is giving to you. But they've cursed themselves. They sold themselves out. Rather than stop what they're doing and surrender, Again, they're going in harder. They're coming for you now. It's like they just want to wipe the existence of you away so they don't even have to think about this, right? You have become a stain in these people's mind, Aries. You're taking up real estate in these individuals' everyday waking lives. They're consumed by fear because they never ever thought in a million years that this would ever happen. The layers to this reading are quite incredible because we can see how this can show up in an individual sense, right? But we can also see how this storyline is taking place on the world stage as well, micro to macro. I just heard it's a fight for our reality. What do we have at the sacral, please? Queen of Wands, Paimon, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. I read this as Queen of Wands in its shadow, along with this Nine of Cups here. These are negative polarities. So this is this energy being exposed. What I was talking about at the beginning of the reading. This ex, family members, parents, whatever it is, right? Very vengeful, mean-spirited, aggressive energy. This Queen of Wands in its negative polarity is one of the nastiest energies in the tarot. If you are stepping into your power and becoming the best you that you could possibly be, this energy will come for you. It's like you can't shake this energy. It's like I'm picking up again on the story I said about the ex following you to a new city and just like showing up at places where you are, right? Just always in your face, in your energy. It's like you can't get rid of this person. And if it's not literally that example, it's like you can't get them out of your psyche because of the amount of energy manipulation they're always doing on you. What do we have? The solar plexus, please. King of Wands, Asmodeus at the solar plexus. Aries, Leo, Sag energy again. They're trying to keep you in your shadow. So I have feminine and masculine representing these energies that I'm picking up here now. So it goes both ways on genders here. This King of Wands is without a doubt one of the nastiest energies in the entire tarot. This is a very ruthless energy. Somebody who abuses their power, right? So like I was saying about somebody who the divine allowed to get to the top, just became a complete tyrant. They finally get success in their life and they act in this tyrannical manner and everybody's like, you're really going to act that way after you've had this success come into your life? That's how you're going to roll? This is the kind of person who will go around saying, do you know who I am? Right? Oh, this person is going to have a very, very hard fall from grace, Aries. I'm getting chills right now. This is a vile, disgusting human being that the divine is going to make an example out of. This person became a vessel for the devil, male or female. The devil used this individual as an extension for his hatred for God and his children. See, Lucifer will use these individuals to abuse God's children. And again, there's many levels to that statement right there. And, you know, just a little side note here. It's like newborn is as close as you're going to get to the touch of God, right? Because they've just been incarnated. It's like they just came from the divine. So why do you think this evil that we're seeing spread across the planet regarding children is so prevalent? It's the devil taking God's children from the moment of inception. The devil's purpose, Lucifer's purpose, is to bring this abuse into all our lives, oppress us inside his maze, inside his matrix, so we don't find our way and fulfill our mission. It's like the third density is Lucifer's prison, and each one of us is a custodian for the divine. We've got to come down here and do a tour of duty, make sure order is kept inside Lucifer's prison. What do we have at the heart, please? Eight of Pentacles, Zagan, unnatural passions. Right, so this is that energy. Oh, you can't do that. You're not cut out for that. This is that negative projection. That conditional love. People trying to keep you off path. People trying to keep you out of your purpose and mission. This is what this represents. They want you to lack ambition and focus for your natural passions, true heart's desires, right there at the heart chakra, underneath this Page of Swords. the gossip, the slander, the negative projections. And then we have you, Mabel. Ace of Swords, affinity and friendship. This is you overcoming this raw power, victory, energy of mental strength, understanding enough of what we're channeling through here to get on path, refocus yourself, and push forward in the direction of your purpose, your mission, and fulfill your destiny. There's a lot of information in this reading. It's quite profound, but at the end of the day, this is all that matters. Is you go after these true heart's desires without faltering, cutting through anybody's negative projections, sidestepping all of these minions that the devil has sent into your life to distract you. Do not give these individuals your energy. Now more than ever, we need to remain very focused because of these major shifts that are taking place inside the collective. 8 of Swords, Gemini energy, Mebahil, God, protector and savior, truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. Okay, so these are destiny blockers. That's what these individuals are. But this is you now breaking out of this prison. It's an energy of freedom. Seeing things from this higher perspective. Taking some of this information in to help empower you on your path. It's an energy of mental liberation, and it's right underneath this moon. So all things hidden coming to the light, which liberates you and allows you to push forward in power. And Aries, it's very important that you allow the divine to fight your battles for you, okay? The only thing that you need to be focused on is your purpose and path ahead. That is it. Don't engage with these energies. Don't try and use the tactics that they've been using against you, energetically speaking. But again, to reiterate, allow the divine to fight your battles for you. Pray, meditate. That's all you need to do. There's nothing more powerful than that. Nothing. What do we have at the third eye, please? Oh. Pray and meditate, and what do we get? Temperance, Chawokia, the god of joy, reconciliation, regains the favor of those one has offended. Get out of the way and let the divine fight your battles for you. You have a mission that you need to fulfill. All the other details will be worked out for you. Do not step on the divine's toes. See, we're so distracted and overwhelmed that sometimes we lose sight of this, okay? The divine, praying, meditating at the third eye, all related to your intuition. You don't need to cast a spell to protect yourself. You don't need to light a reversal candle, okay? None of this stuff. I just heard 2 wrongs don't make a right. And you know, they showed me a vision of this before I started this reading as well. It's like the divine coming through, protecting you from some sort of energy manipulation, right? Taking out your enemy, so to speak, in the way that they do that. And then after your enemy has been taken out, you doing a spell. It's like the divine knocking someone down for you, and then you going up after they've been knocked down and kick them in the head. Don't do that, okay? Because what happens is, at that point, it's like God puts his hand over his face, like face palms himself, and is like, oh, man. There's karmic consequences for that. Now, for those of you who do reversals and all that sort of stuff, you may not agree. This is just the downloads I've been receiving. If you have a very strong connection with the divine, you pray, you meditate, you have this relationship with God, there is no reason that you need to do any of that stuff. Okay? In fact, one might say that it weakens your protection because you're not allowing the built-in security system to do their job. It's like they're standing back. They're like, okay, you want to do it then? Go ahead. It doesn't reinforce your protection. You're stepping on the divine's toes. That's not what you came here to do. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Aries, please? Unbelievable. Hierophant again. And right after I just spoke about the divine protecting you, we get God and all your spirit guides right there. Hierophant, Haziel, the merciful God, Divine forgiveness obtains friendship and favors of the great, secures promises. As long as you're on your path, no weapons will form against you. You don't have anything to worry about. As long as you have this relationship with God, you're protected. If you're not functioning inside of your purpose, you're entertaining these energies, you're stepping on the divine's toes, then you're not protected as much as you could be, if at all, because you're entertaining demons. I don't think I can make it any clearer than this, Aries. And the cards reiterate everything I'm saying here. The divine is all over this spread here. This is an incredibly powerful spread, and I certainly hope that this has provided you with the information you need, Aries. There's nothing more I can add. Aries, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video, and thank you for your donations, Aries. Take care.